This morning I would like to give you a tour of our luxury resort. Let's see as we go around whether you can guess by the branding or any possible signs you may see. It may even say it somewhere in the background as we go around, but there is actually something really quite special about this hotel that you will get to see pretty soon into the video. Also, I'm going to give you a room tour at the end and share with you all what the room rate is per night. Let's go. So this is the Juniper Bar, which is a bar that comes to life on an evening. It's also a restaurant. It has outside seating into the pull-up area, which you just saw, almost like its own piazza. And it's actually that nice a restaurant that people even come from the outside areas to visit it, but it is only open on an evening. Also, you probably just saw behind me this grand lobby area. I think it's a really beautiful, minimal themed lobby, and it's just a really nice space to even hang out and read. And the air conditioning is impeccable because it is absolutely boiling outside. If I look a bit tired throughout this video, it is because I am. It's very early in the morning. I haven't fully woke up yet or had my morning coffee, which reminds me, over at the other side of this foyer or lobby area is the breakfast room, where there is inside and outside seating, and I will cut to that to show you just what you get for breakfast here for a small added extra. So just across the way you have the breakfast room. Breakfast in the hotel was really quite something else. Not only did they have a huge gluten-free section, a dairy-free section, there was just so much variety. They had this whole fresh baked bread section, freshly squeezed orange. You could get different flavoured water infusions, particularly specialities of Malta, such as cheese mousse, and each day there was a different kind of cheese mousse on offer, such as pesto mousse or truffle infused mousse. They also had a kind of salad section, an omelette station, even a fruit and muesli section. Each day there was a different kind of muffin on offer, whether it be an apple crumble muffin or a lemon muffin. Delicacy counter such as the pastis, which is one of the national dishes, which I've got another video about here on this channel, a traditional food tour. And they had things like smoked swordfish and even smoked salmon. Lots of healthy options. Obviously there was also a waffle station for a slightly unhealthier option. There was literally everything you could possibly imagine, and every day they did a new smoothie, a smoothie of the day. There is a tourist office for if you want to book more, and a spa area. So the spa area appears to be currently closed because it is very, very early in the morning, but there are some more really cool areas to check out. So let's continue. So as we come back from the spa area, there is another little lobby area and the hotel gift shop. On this side there is a hotel perfume shop. One thing that we've noticed here in Malta, which is where this hotel is based, is they are very into their own scents, and even when you're walking around in the street you get this really lovely smell of people's perfume everywhere you walk. They're really into sort of custom scents. And then here we've got the hotel shop. Lots of nice artwork around the hotel. That is a conference room. And then we have this pool bar called Ombre. Thank you. So, morning. Which goes straight out onto the pool, which you're going to see in a minute. We have a little reading area. I think this is where guests leave books they no longer want, like a little reuse centre, which I absolutely love. But this is really one of the main features of the hotel, which we just couldn't believe, but you could see it from our hotel balcony, which is actually just up there. We've got a really good view of it. In the middle of the hotel, there is, you know, just a casual 5,000-year-old Neolithic site from 3,150 BC. I can honestly say I've never stayed in a hotel that has a Neolithic site in the middle. So this site is called something like the Bugapar Caves. Obviously, when they got permission to build this hotel here, it was on the proviso that this whole area is saved. You can't just go building over a 5,000-year-old site. So that is what they've done. But let me take you around the pools, which are actually situated around it. And then later we will go up to our balcony, which is up there, which is quite special. I've never seen balconies quite as big as that, even in a luxury hotel. I say luxury, but I would consider it to be affordable luxury, because it is rated 4 stars or 5 stars depending on what sites you go on. So officially it's 4.5 stars. It's classed as a luxury hotel. We'll see whether you think the price reflects that at the end. Lots of beautiful trees. I love a pool that actually looks a little bit natural, with nature amongst it, rather than just sort of a cement hole. So I think the only way we can get down is this way, so let's go. There is plenty of areas to sit and relax and sunbathe in this hotel. Put it this way, the whole time we have been here, there has not ever been a case of not being able to get a space. So this is one of the pools, and that is the bar area that you just saw me in, and it comes out onto this pool area with a little mini waterfall. There is a terrace up there on top of a roof of one of the fitness areas, and it actually goes under a subway, under the boardwalk promenade, to its own private beach club called Sabi, which also has a restaurant. But I will take you down to the other pool, but it is not the only other pool, because there are 3 pools in this hotel, and the other one is actually, I think, pretty special. Put it this way, I've never seen a pool as big in a hotel in my life as the indoor pool. It is for some serious swimming action, let's put it that way, and yet they've still managed to make it look really beautiful. So there is the other side of the Neolithic site, just casually placed there. And then we have this lagoon-shaped pool with a swim-up bar. And our balcony is just up there on the end, and we've been very lucky as we've got the view of the whole bay over there, which you will see from the room tour. But let's press on. We've got a fair bit to cover, so let's head back inside past the Neolithic site. And to be honest, there are many Neolithic sites in Malta. There's been evidence of much settlement for thousands of years. These sites are all over the island, and if that is something that you find interesting, why not check out some of our other videos to do with Malta? We don't just do luxury hotel tours or Airbnb tours. There's plenty of variety of travel content on this channel, so why not check them out? We've even got some fun videos coming up as well, not just fact-based ones or tour ones. So there's going to be a little bit of variety of everything. So there's the site. Let's head back inside. One thing that I think is really nice about this hotel is it just smells so lovely and fresh everywhere you go. And I don't think it is actually plugins. I've not seen evidence of any plugins anywhere. So I think it might actually be just how clean it is, or the stuff they use to clean it. Nice artwork again. Yeah, it is exceptionally clean. So this is the indoor pool. It is truly spectacular, and they even have an adults only time, which personally I think is great. And they've got all this lovely tropical area for you to look at whilst you're swimming. It reminds me of something like off the White Lotus. And it is a heated indoor pool. In this room, it is incredibly warm. It is almost like a sauna. In fact, when I walked in on the first day, I actually thought it was a sauna somewhere and the heat coming from it that I could feel. So how about that? It's absolutely huge. It's a full-size swimming pool, heated, and as you can see, it's very peaceful. And in fact, every time I've been down here, even though it says there's an adults only time, I haven't seen evidence of many children in the hotel. What I have actually seen evidence of, which I have personally loved, and this may be a big clue to what brand of hotel it is if you haven't seen yet, is I've seen some dogs. Small dogs, under 15 kilograms, is the hotel's official policy. And we've seen lots of Pomeranians and Shih Tzus running around in the corridors. I think technically they are supposed to be on their leads, but we won't tell on them if you don't. But yeah, so dogs are allowed to stay in this brand of hotels, despite them being classed as a luxury hotel chain, which I actually love. Not that I'm against children, but I just think dogs are a bit quieter if you're trying to relax on holiday. So on all the other on all the other areas of the floors, it is just hotel rooms. Like, we've looked around the first floor area, but there are a few other things in the hotel. There is a gym, there is the beach bar, which I can obviously show you from above. So let's go. I'm just heading up to the gym, which is on the 6th floor, or the penthouse floor, which is where we are, and we will see what the gym is like, because I've got to admit, I've not been in there. Well, that is very strange, guys, because I've seen lots of people heading around there, so I'm now thinking that that must mean that the spa and gym area that I went into to show you all, and it was closed off, it's not open yet, which is a bit odd. You would think that the gym is open early for people that want to work out, but maybe it isn't open till 9 o'clock, and it's very early when I'm doing this tour. It's sort of 7 o'clock. So what I will do, so that you can at least all satisfy your curiosity, is I will try and find some pictures online of what the gym does look like for you all, since I'm not allowed to go in there just yet. Guys, so I went looking again, and although technically the spa area was still closed, the lady kindly let me in to show you guys. This is the gym with a great view of the sea whilst you work out. Only other people walking past can also see you, but hey ho, you can't have it both ways. Right, let's go back. Let's go back to the other bit. Now, let's head back to the room. I'll give you the room tour, which actually we did on the first day while everything was still looking clean and new. If it feels a bit sort of quick and rushed, it's because we just had a 30-hour journey to the hotel, but I still did the room tour to make sure it was all clean for you all. But then I will share with you all the room rate for this affordable luxury hotel. We have just arrived and we are very, very tired, but a quick room tour before we mess up the room, and then we will do the hotel tour at some other point, which I'm sure I've just said. So let's go. How we would go if we were coming in. You enter your room, you've got a long full length mirror, we've got a huge balcony out there which I'll show you in a minute, but let's go into the bathroom first. We have got a very, very large bathroom and it smells absolutely beautiful in here. A large shower, immaculately clean, a waterfall shower, plenty of cupboard space, iron, safe. I'm sure we've got a fridge somewhere, but we'll get to that. Another large mirror for getting ready, just in case you didn't have enough with the mirror there and the mirror in the bathroom. I'm actually loving the style of furniture. It's all very aesthetic and minimal, and I love these huge headboards. And it's actually huge. It's like, even though it's two twins pushed together, it's like the size of an emperor bed. And then we've got a sofa and then a huge TV. Not that we will be in here watching the TV much. Something for making tea or coffee. Extra storage space. We've only got a little carry-on, so we don't really need that, but it's good to have. And how do I open the fridge? Just a little fridge for keeping anything that we want to keep in it. I'm sure we can have that stocked if we wanted, but we don't really need to. Extra storage space. The art around the hotel is actually really nice, so I will be showing you all more of that, I'm sure. And then we've got this absolutely huge balcony. It is large enough to obviously fit sunbeds and not just a table and chairs, and it overlooks the sea. And not only that, but we have two pools, which I'm sure again I will have shown you at some point, but we have the swim up pool down there and then an almost infinity pool there. And here is actually a prehistoric, or I should say Neolithic site that is 5,000 years old actually on the hotel property. And Johnny's just catching some rays. So what did you think to that as a hotel tour? And as I said I was going to tell you, and because it's quite a few days ago now, in fact quite a long time since we first came in and I did that room tour, in case I didn't include it, here is the view I was talking about of the Neolithic site from our balcony. And our balcony, I just can't get over how truly huge it is. Like, I don't even feel like the camera is doing it justice. There is literally enough room for about 4 sunbeds, and then we have all this space at the end for table and chairs. It's definitely been a highlight coming and laying with my morning cup of tea on the sun lounger and looking out at this beautiful view. And from here you can also see the Sabi Beach Bar area. In fact, there's 2 beach bars. I lied. There is the Sabi Beach Bar just down there and the Cora Beach Bar down there, and there is even, I don't know if you can see beyond the Cora Beach Bar, but like I said, I've probably shown you some pictures from the hotel by now. There is an infinity pool down at the bottom as well, going out to sea. Now the big reveal. How much did this luxury hotel cost, and which brand is it if you haven't seen on any signs anywhere? It is the Doubletree Hilton, which is a slightly more luxury hotel chain than the Hilton chain. Hilton is now obviously owned by lots of other hotels, or they're in a big group together, which is also part of the Waldorf Astoria group. So this hotel worked out at £140 a night, which is about $180, but that is based on 2 people sharing, so it is £280 a night, which is around $360. I hope you all enjoyed this luxury hotel tour, and like I said, we have got many other videos about our stay here in Malta. Malta actually has, for such a small island, quite a lot to offer that people don't often really know about, such as the Great Wall of Malta, which is their own version of the Great Wall of China. And yes, we walked the entire thing, the breadth of the island. We've got a video about that. If it's not out yet, it's coming up. And we've got lots of fun videos as well, like spend 24 hours in Valletta with us. And on top of that, we've got lots of other videos as well, some luxury cruises, some affordable B&Bs, lots of different variety. See you in the next one. Bye.